Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Kinda got a little trick there. Timer didn't start. So today we're doing a story on how I almost got accidental surgery. Let's see if we can reach a goal of 2 likes in this video. Let's begin. So this all started when I was like I believe I was 12. Yeah, I was 12. So 12-year-old me, 12 and 13-year-old me up to 14, which I am now, was the biggest pussy you'd ever find. And stubbing my toe would immediately jump into the ground. And so, just remember this. So, at the beginning of this morning, I woke up not really feeling like I usually do. Kinda a little like shit. So, I went down. It turns out my mom was home. I told her I didn't really feel too good. I asked if I could stay home. And she was like, why don't you try going to school today and see how you turn out? See how you feel later on. So I go to school like at the time I usually do. I usually did at the time, which was not really too early, not really too late. Actually, I got to school a little bit later than I intended. And what happened was, I got into the hallway feeling like shit. So, like my stomach hurt and I had a headache, feeling a little nauseous. Went, I asked if I could get a drink. Got a drink. Felt a little bit worse at this point. And so, what happened was I was sick with, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like gastroenteritis. I can't remember how. I'm pretty sure it's gastroenteritis. But so there's a difference between that and appendicitis. So appendicitis is where the two differences between the wonders between those is that for gastroenteritis you throw up, whereas appendicitis you don't. And just remember this because appendicitis is a lot more severe. Besides just headaches, vomiting, and stomach pain. So I went to school, couldn't even last an entire classroom, couldn't even last an entire class, let alone a, let alone fucking 20 minutes. So little pussy me went asked to go. Me now, I probably would have been like, I'm like, me back then, I was all talking, no fight. People would be like, oh no, people would be like, oh, no, you still are, fucking pussy. But right now, I'm a little bit more willing to do shit that I not normally do. But that's besides the point. And I walked up to my teacher, asked if I could go and to our office, to lay down. If you have an office where it's an office and then I wouldn't say nurse, not nursing, fuck, a nurse's office. That's what it is. Like a main office and then a nurse's office. You walk in and you can see the door to the nurse's office like almost instantly. But that's just the point again. So basically, I got in there and ended up getting. My mom got called. She came, picked me up, kind of sat on the couch a little bit, tearing up. Eventually started bawling my eyes out again. Little pussy me. Not the toughest. In fact, not tough at all. Probably fucking 5-year-old sister at the time. If she was 5 at the time, she probably could beat the shit out of me. But still would have gotten into a lot of trouble and she would have started crying because she got yelled at because she's not really the toughest either. But it's, again, besides the point. I've been saying that a lot. So, I went home, put lay down, cried a little bit. Went to the bathroom to see if I could throw up. My mom told me to gag myself like anorexic style. I'm not saying anorexia is to make fun of. It's actually a bad thing if you have it. And you've made it till the age of, I guess, not really too hard to make it to the high age. And yeah, you starve yourself, but like if you pass it, well, damn, you're a fucking legend. But so basically that, and I never threw up, so she was kind of like a little, I guess you could say a little worried because, the two sicknesses that I talked about like about a couple minutes ago. Just think, okay, so appendicitis, if you've heard of it before, it pretty much fucks up your appendix and makes so you have to get it removed, which surgery involved. And then gastroenteritis pretty much just makes you feel like shit. So she thought I had appendicitis, so she took me to the hospital. So we got in her car. At the time we had a Suburban. We still have a Suburban. It's just leaking gas now. And at the time it was like almost brand new. So I end up, having to, it hurt. I ended up having to go. She ended up bringing me to since we live in, if you've heard of it, it's Decorah, Iowa. She brought me to that hospital, and I was like, I didn't say anything. So we went in. To be honest, this is I find this part not. I'm not gonna say it. Actually, never mind. I pretty much just fucking almost shit myself. I shit myself a little, to be honest. You know, to be honest, I Cards Against Humanity sale. You fart and a little bit comes out. That's what happens because it also gives you fucking diarrhea, and diarrhea. You can rip a fucking tiny little one that doesn't even last a fucking millisecond. Fucking all hell breaks loose. This one I managed to only, like I too detailed. Just a little came out. Anyways, so I was just adjusting. So I end up going in. We end up going in, fucking shit like that, clean myself up a little bit, and so I went to the thing, and the guy asked me how I felt, like the pain shit and stuff. Kind of did that like little jabby thing where he like pokes you and asks if it where it hurt and shit. So eventually we got to a point, and like I just think my mom was like pretty much telling me like try throwing up in the car because at the time she didn't really want to pay for surgery, so shit. And oh god, either that or she just didn't want to get surgery. So for just think this lasted 2 days of just pure fucking torture. At the time I had my phone taken away too because bad grades. So I was kind of like bored to shit. So I got home. They got me my phone and told me to, since apparently it's decently contagious, she didn't want me to get our 5, at the time she was on 5, but she didn't want to get she didn't want me to get my little sister sick, so she gave me my phone and had me go up to my room, pretty much watch YouTube all day, which, oh, that's fucking bliss, aside from the pain. Like, if I wanted to eat, they'd have to, like, at the time I couldn't, apparently I wasn't allowed to eat fucking solid food, so I had to eat fucking applesauce and shit like that for, like, almost 2 days. Like, the second day I was able to go downstairs and shit and still eat softer. I still had to eat decently soft foods. I was able to eat harder foods. So I was able to, like, eat some good shit. And at this point I was, like, just in fucking pain. I mean, the hospital thing, so on the way there I ended up throwing up. But yeah, I went home, like that shit. The second day I watched Taken and Iron Man. At the time, those were like two of my favorite movies. We all know the Taken thing. I will search for you. I will find you, and I will kill you. That was pretty big. That was a pretty big meme at the time. But yeah, so hope you're enjoying the video. If you did, reach like 2 likes. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.